All right, it's the Misery Loves Football Rack'em Something off-season podcast. I'm your host, Chad Zumach. Our co-host, Ken Mosca, is on assignment. So with me is special guest from Star Search, Kevin Brennan, and the Reverend Bob Levy himself. What's up, guys?
Doing good, man. Happy about sports returning. Baseball. The big gay.
Look at Bob setting the tone for the sports podcast.
Bob, where are you? A governor?
No, actually, I don't know why my guy made this banner with everything on it. Like, if he sees that I'm working at a club, so he thinks I'm fucking part owner, and he makes a fucking banner. I don't get it.
He's stealing
So you're not at Governors?
Yeah, I play at Governors, but I don't know what he was doing with the banner. But that's cool. You know, I love the club. Fuck it.
Yeah, I watched your video. I mean, your show the other day, and I don't know if it was the show I was on, but anyway, you have a theme song where you play it at the end, and it's really good, but no one's ever going to listen to it, right?
I don't care. I don't want them to play it at the fucking beginning because nobody's going to go through that fucking. I don't listen to that kind of fucking music, you know, and I don't take trains. So there's a reason for this.
But it's like it's a 5-minute long song. I was like, I don't know what this is for.
It doesn't matter. You know, we're gonna move on to cartoons and music, so we're gonna have different basically YouTube channels where we can just get that directly. But I'm not into that bullshit. I'm like, get it in, get it over with, and fucking end quick and fucking see you next time, fucks.
Yeah, it's not like you're Joe Rogan or anything.
No, I'm fucking funnier. God damn it.
Oh, you just burned a bridge.
Cartoons, that's the future. Cartoons.
The cartoons are going to be great because we have them. We got the fucking mouths moving. We can make anybody into a cartoon. He makes the mouth move with the voices. So it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Chad, why are you mad?
Before we get to the Elite Eight, I gotta address something. I listened to Misery Loves Company, which you can sign up for on Kevin's Patreon, the MLC Patreon. I don't know what it's. Anyways, fucking Eddie Ifft is so full of shit. I listen to that. He's a fucking politician. He's a politician. Everything he said was a complete lie. I know people he's personally have text saying I'm toxic, I'm dangerous. He doesn't want to be around me. And the reason being, and it comes down to that fucking headlining weekend I'll tell you exactly what happened. We were at the Stress Factory. Chad Prather was doing the early shows. I did the late shows, and I did the Thursday show. I was headlining. I told Eddie Ifft I was headlining. He called me immediately, freaked out, going, how'd you get that gig? Why are you headlining the Stress Factory and not me? I have better credits than you. You're an opener. I go, he asked me to do it. What do you want me to do? Turn it down? You can't be happy for me? And I told him the amount of money I was making, and he hung up on me. So he acted like it was no big deal. He was fucking with me. He was legitimately pissed because I haven't talked to him since June of 2019. And I got other shit on him too.
All right, let's hear it.
So Eddie, if I had something to give this dude, he'd be kissing my ass. If I had a podcast with numbers, he'd be kissing my ass. The problem is I open for you guys because I don't have an ego about it. I don't give a fuck. Put me up anywhere in the lineup. I'll headline, I'll feature, I'll host. Just get me on stage. But there's people who aren't secure with being a headliner. They go, oh, you're my opener. That's my feature. That's what Eddie Ifft does all the time. I was headlining the St. Louis Funny Bone. Sean O'Brien got me in there. I got Eddie Ifft in there to headline. He came in on the flat rate, and then next time he came through, he asked if I could feature. I go, yeah, no problem. I got him in. And the whole week he was calling me his feature. I go, I headlined this club, and I got you in. I got you into this club. That Sunday, he's like, I want to go to a movie tonight. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever.
Wow.
And I'm rapping with some chicks. I'm just hanging out, talking to these chicks. And he's like, come on, let's go. We're going to go to a movie. I was like, I'm talking to these girls. He's like, I'm the headliner.
Oh,
I'm like, what? And I just bought his fucking wife a card because she had a personal situation. I bought his kid a toy for his birthday, and he was just a complete asshole to me. So Eddie Ift's a phony. He's a fraud. I don't give a shit. I'm not afraid of him. He joined the LA Cucks, all those motherfuckers who got mad at me with Patton Oswalt, and I'm through. I don't care. By the way, this isn't wrestling. This is real life. A lot of people pretend like the wrestling shtick, like we're doing some WD. No, I'm fucking pissed at Eddie Ifft, period.
Now, it sounds like you guys were dating or something, the way that he's treating you, like you were his bitch. Like, you know, that's what pisses me off when somebody, especially a comedian, does that shit. You know, do I have to, if I want to book you to headline, do I have to call Eddie Ifft to see if you can do it? If he's okay?
And that's the thing. Like, I just look at it as like a comic friend. Like when I do gigs with Florentine, he treats me like a fucking comic. Like he doesn't give a fuck. And here's the thing. Like we all still open for people. Like fucking Kevin opens for Louis C.K. Like it doesn't matter.
I think Eddie's I think he's insecure. I think he's confused. You know, I really think he's confused because he sent me a text today. He said, I just watched my documentary last night. He goes, I'm so glad I'm not famous. I couldn't handle having one of those done about me. I'm like, what? Eddie would give his left fucking nut to be even close to famous. So that's Eddie wants to be famous more than anyone I know. I mean, all he talks about is, I want to get famous so I can make my 10 million and then not have to do this anymore. So it's like, I mean, he's always talking about like, you know, getting famous and then he can just stop. And
don't do it then. Do it.
He's still trying to play the Hollywood game, dude. You're almost 50. You're white. It's done. You're over. You're done. You're done.
I get that. I totally get it. I know I might have a bit of a comeback. I'm definitely going to do that. But there's no way I'm going to make what I was doing on the Howard Stern show. I know that those times are done for me, but what I can build up would be good. But you have to realize that, you know, help other people. Why not help other people? Why hold down anybody else now? There's no reason.
No, my point is Eddie wants to be famous and he acts like I don't want to be famous. No, he absolutely 100% wants to be famous. So either he's delusional or he's just flat out fucking lying.
It's like Patrice said in that documentary. They're like, he called him Eddie, ugh. And then Eddie was hanging out. He's like, what clubs are you doing? He's like, I headline a bunch of colleges. He's like, what PU? Because you stink.
That was in a documentary?
The Patrice documentary.
Wow.
It was?
Yeah, Patrice said that to Eddie Ifft.
How did I miss that?
Rich Voss was telling the story.
Oh.
Eddie wasn't in it.
You couldn't understand it then.
Yeah, there was a lot of S's.
I work with Eddie. Eddie's good to me, and we always got along, right? We worked in Wildwood. Funny story. This is like when he was kind of, you know, I guess he was kind of new or whatever. He was opening, and him and Mark Vito just didn't get along. It was brutal. Mark didn't find him funny. And I go, he goes, I'm going to fire him. I go, are you really going to fire him? He goes, it's not if I fire him, it's when. And I just started fucking laughing because he fucking hated him. And he's like, he's just fucking, it was like he got fired after the show and sent home. And
that was the owner or that was the owner or the headliner?
You know, the owner fucking fired him. And Eddie, like anytime I talk, he brings up that situation, fucking really burnt him back then. He really was mad about that shit.
Yeah, he gets really super sensitive. And he also, like, we're all sensitive, but the thing about Eddie is, like, I was always a nice guy to him. I always try to show, like, people who came before me respect just because you paved the way. I know the grind of this fucking dumb job, but he's always disrespectful and talked down to me. And I just took it. And I'm like one of the first people to snap back at him. And the only reason I didn't do that podcast yesterday, because I saw behind Eddie's curtain. Eddie knows I know the real Eddie, and he was afraid to confront me on Kevin's podcast. That's the only reason I didn't do Kevin's podcast yesterday, because I'd love to hash it out. I would love to talk, because I've had nice moments with the guy, but he's too much of I don't know what he is. I'm just pissed. I'm livid.
Somebody said you dodged it or something like that. I seen you dodged the interview yesterday, so you didn't have to confront him. That's what I seen something on Twitter.
No, fuck Twitter.
No, he didn't. No, Eddie. I asked Eddie, and Eddie said no. He doesn't want Chad on the show. So I was like, all right. I didn't want to fucking ambush him. And I don't want to ambush either one of them.
I haven't talked to this dude in 2.5 years almost.
It's like Eddie lives in some fantasy world. He's like Brian McCarthy, where they just live in some fantasy world. You ask Eddie how he's doing. He's always doing great. You know, I'm doing great. I live in Malibu. It's amazing. Everything's doing great. And it's the same Brian McCarthy thing. Like, I'm doing great. You're going blind and you're an alcoholic. You know, other than that, I'm doing great. And it's like after a while you're like, Eddie, you're not doing that great. And now he doesn't want. Now he would hate to be famous, because then they'd make documentaries about him. And
by the way, he doesn't sell tickets either. He pretends like he does. He doesn't. I've opened for him. He does, and nobody knows who the
No,
fuck
I know.
he
That's
is.
what I'm saying. So him to say, I don't want to be famous, like he would kill to be famous. He would absolutely kill. He wants to be famous more. I mean, Jim Jeffries is famous. They did a podcast together. So you think he doesn't want to be selling tickets like Jim Jeffries? It's like, it's delusional.
And he constantly brings up Jim Jeffries' name because they did a podcast. It bothers him. It bothers him because that podcast was big when Jim Jeffries was on, and then it just fell apart once he left because Jim Jeffries.
If he's so excited, you know, if he's so upset about not being famous, he's fucking his wish came true. I mean, it's not going to happen, right? I mean, basically, it has
Yeah, he
happened.
doesn't want it. He's saying he doesn't want a documentary made about him. It's like, you're what? So you're either lying or you're stupid, because so that's the least bad thing about being famous is they make documentary. Who cares if they make a fucking documentary about you could live in a fucking beautiful house with a beautiful wife, like that fucking like that song. Anyway, what's the name of the band? Bob Levy would know since he's old.
Which
Talking
one?
Heads. Talking
Oh,
Heads.
no, not that one.
Burning down the house.
It's one of their. I don't think it's Burning Down the House, but it's one of those.
That's the name of this.
Wartime or something. With my beautiful wife, my beautiful house.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know that one.
You may find yourself.
Yeah.
But the fact that people think that like they don't want to be famous, or they don't want a documentary, or they don't want bitches wanting to fuck them, or like they don't. It's like, just shut up. Just shut the fuck up.
If I got
ask
famous,
anybody like Ray Romano. It's like, is it suck being famous? Like, yeah, there's problems, but it's better than fucking waiting for Esty to give you a spot.
Exactly.
On a fucking Friday night show.
No, you're totally right about that. It's like fucking you want to be famous or not to be famous at this point is like it's a struggle. You have to call people. You have to deal with people's fucking attitudes. When you're famous, you have people that are just lining up to suck your dick. And if somebody made a documentary about me that I didn't like, I wouldn't be able to see it because my face would be buried in porn stars' assholes for fucking days, and I wouldn't be able to see anything.
Right. What would you care? You're like, who cares?
And that's another thing about Eddie. That what bothers me is I've known the dude for 15 years. I talked to him on the phone, and then I hear he still talks to Brian McCarthy. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm the fucking damaged goods. I'm toxic. But you think Brian McCarthy's a wonderful guy. You're his only fucking friend, Eddie. You're his only friend.
No, I asked Eddie yesterday. I go, how often do you talk to Brian McCarthy? He goes, maybe once a week. Of course, he calls during the taping. So it's like, that's a lie right there. I know Brian probably calls them every day because they don't really neither one has much going on. So they kind of lean on each other, be like, it's, again, it's the fucking club where they act like I'm doing great and you're doing great. And my wife
bullshit each other.
Yeah.
And plus, Brian kisses Eddie's ass, and Eddie loves that. He loves when people kiss his ass.
People love to be around people that blow smoke up their ass, but they don't move any further because if you're honest with somebody and you say, hey, maybe this isn't that funny, maybe you should work on it, then you're going to do better. If somebody goes, oh, you're the greatest, you're like, oh, I don't have to do anything. You need people that are honest with you instead of fucking kissing your ass. I hate people around me kissing my ass. I've kissed my own fucking ass.
I got video.
Yeah.
Why's your Wi-Fi going in and out? Is your Wi-Fi bad, or is it just today?
I don't know. It's fucking. I got the highest fucking one. It's supposed to be fucking.
No, I watched your show with Chrissy Mayer, and the Wi-Fi never went out once.
Because I'm at Rob Soul's house. I'm getting all new stuff and that shit. I'm just.
Oh, right. That makes sense. All right, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I just thought it was just a one-day thing.
You got a dial-up connection?
Yeah, it's the newest one. So they said, try this.
You hear that, Eddie? I fucking just killed right there.
Headliner right there.
How'd you get that? How'd you come up with that joke? I have 5 albums. Why do you click?
Let me plug Eddie's album, Sweet Home Alabama.
It's not gonna. No one's gonna buy it.
Off of the Sweet Home, instead of Alabama, he lives in Malibu, so it's Sweet Home Alabama.
Dude, fucking pack up and get the fuck out of Cali and go back to Pittsburgh, Eddie. It's done. It's over. You're not getting a fucking Netflix special.
You don't want to be famous. If you don't want to be famous, what are you doing in California?
Yeah.
You're there for what? The fire season?
Yeah, and he lives in the area where
I know
fire.
He does. And he said he was going to fight a fire with a hose, stand on his roof, and and with his garden hose.
That sounds like he doesn't want to be a fireman either.
No, it sounds like he's a dumb motherfucker. It's what it sounds like. I got to tone it down today because my daughter's complaining that I yell too much, and
But do you tell your daughter that's how you pay the bills?
she don't give a shit.
Oh.
She's at that age where everything I do, I'm like annoying. I just said, "You hate me, right?" She goes, "It's not." I don't, and my wife goes, "You hate your dad?" She goes, "I tremendously dislike him."
It's not bad.
I'm like, well, this is gonna be a rough couple of years. I might just move the fuck out until they stop. Anyway, speaking of moving out, I just had to address this fucking, listen, I don't even know how to say this nicely, but Jim and Sam is a washed up. Speaking of washed up, Jesus, these motherfuckers are washed the fuck up, because the video I made, Adam put that video out Tuesday night at 5:00. By like 11 o'clock that night, 6 hours later, it was doing pretty good action on YouTube. It was doing like 1,000, like between 500 and 1,000 views an hour, which is like pretty good, So when I went to bed, it was like close to whatever, 3,000 to 4,000 after a couple hours up. I wake up, it's kind of the same. Jim and Sam are talking about it. It doesn't go up all day. It doesn't. And I was thinking, like, I thought that the numbers would spike because they're talking about it. I was like, these guys have no fucking juice. Like, I'm not even, now they think like I want to be on their show. Being on their show is actually might hurt me. Like, I want to promote the documentary, but being on their show might actually hurt my fucking documentary numbers. It's not even my documentary, but I'm like, I should go around and plug it. I'm gonna do Louis J. Gomez's show, but I'm thinking like, Jim and Sam, bring down your numbers. They don't elevate your numbers. I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. Sirius Satellite Radio, I've like 5-6 guys on their payroll, all white guys, good demographics guys, and the numbers literally all day didn't go up. They were in like the 5,000 category, and people say that's my fault. But before they intervened, the numbers were doing fine. They go on Jim and Sam. Jim and Sam talked about it. They took out all the funny stuff. They didn't play any stuff that Florentine and Chad laughed at because I guess it was too edgy. So today I was like, and they were like shitting on me, like, no, you don't have to go through. Oh, well, if you want, just send me a text. I was like, okay, well, when I do Chip Chipperson, I never asked. They asked me. But so I'm supposed to assume that Norton will ask me to do Chip, but I got to ask them to do Jim and Sam. So and then like I said, Sam Morrell did St. Patrick's Day. He asked to be on that episode. That's 100% lie if they're saying that. Also Mark Norman. I went back to one of their YouTube. They have some guy doing their YouTube audio. And Mark Norman, they have a show where Mark Norman's talking about the Patrice documentary. Like, what the fuck does he know about the Patrice documentary? Like, he was 4 when Patrice was around. So it's like they literally mail it in. This is the definition of mail it in. Norton goes, I don't even know who the guest is. I never know. Okay, and your name's first, Jim and Sam. So maybe you should look into it because your show sucks. It has no juice. I mean, my numbers. When I was shocked. Now I don't even give a shit. Now I hope I'm not on the show because their show stinks. I thought maybe I should go on to promote the documentary, but I'm like, now it'll drag down my numbers. You don't sell tickets, you go on Jim and Sam. I thought, well, you don't sell tickets, but maybe they'll watch something for free. And their fans suck too. Their fans are like the fucking worst. Their fans are the people that just like my mom. My mom still gets the paper delivered to her house. They're such in a routine that they're like, I wake up and I turn on Jim and Sam. It used to be Opie and Anthony, and now it's Jim and Sam. So
Brian McCarthy's a fan.
I get my coffee. I listen to Jim and Sam, just fucking dead weights. I mean, I was shocked. My numbers literally did not go up all day. And then they start going up today because I don't know. I was thinking like Jim and Sam literally bring down your numbers. Wow.
Brian McCarthy's a fan of their show.
It's sad. It's fucking sad. Like the fact that Norton doesn't know who's on, he doesn't care. Nobody cares. And then they'll act like, well, Roland books it. Roland, Roland. I mean, it's sad. It's sad that nobody cares. And then they wonder why nobody listens, and they wonder why their fans don't care. Nobody cares. Karen Feehan. We got Karen Feehan. I mean, if that show helped you, would Karen Feehan still be a whore on OnlyFans?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, would she? Wouldn't she be selling tickets, or wouldn't she be doing clubs all over the country? She's still whoring it up on OnlyFans for $9. So yeah, obviously it doesn't help you to be on Jim and Sam. I can make the case it hurts you. I can make the case it hurts. Whatever you're trying to promote, I can make the case it hurts you. So no, I'm not. I won't be on Jim and Sam anytime in the near future. It's a fucking joke. It's a waste. It's a waste of your time.
You should be the lawyer for the cop that killed that black guy. I swear to God, with the
he looks like the cop. He looks like the cop that killed that black guy.
Yeah.
No, that's Ben Bailey. Him and Ben Bailey have the same personality. What? It was only 9 minutes. How long should I have stayed on his neck? 8? Oh, what's the right amount of number? Ben
Gary,
Bailey.
show your asshole, Gary. Come here.
Ben Bailey's the biggest douche in stand-up, easily.
Hey, Kevin, come on.
I mean, other than Eddie Ifft. Ben Bailey is the biggest douche. I mean, Jim and Sam should be ashamed of themselves. Just mailing it in.
Here's the thing.
Feehan. Then now they get Ian Fidance on, because it's basically whoever Roland wants to play hacky sack with. And so it's a lot of, but it doesn't help anybody. I mean, they still get their paycheck, but listen, Norton's doing the right thing. Do the Chip Chipperson, get that going, because the Jim and Sam show is not gonna be long now before they just pull the plug. It stinks, and Sirius knows that it doesn't do any numbers.
Sirius XM puts a lot of restrictions on these shows. They also fired a lot of shows. So I'm talking. I don't even know. This is my opinion. Sam Roberts, Jim Norton, they both have mortgages. They have bills to pay. So they're like, we're not going to ruffle any feathers. We saw what happened to Opie. We saw what happened to Anthony. So we're just going to play it safe so we can pay our fucking bills. And that's probably what's going on.
And they act like this clip. They act like this clip that they were making fun of that I made. They take the parts that aren't funny, and they're like, well, Kevin, all he had to do was text me. It's like, I really don't want to be on the show. I was just saying, like, it's a little weird that you guys are. My point was, I mean, I probably knew if I wanted to be on the show, I could have texted him. But my point was, these guys don't even give a fuck. I haven't been on in 2 years, and Sam Morril is on St. Patrick's Day. So it's like, and then they're like, we don't have a theme. We don't do theme shows. And then yesterday, they were talking about today's show, and they said, who's on for tomorrow? Yesterday, on Wednesday's show, when they were shitting on me, they said, who's on tomorrow's show? Right after they talk about they don't themes, and they go, well, tomorrow's a big show because it's April Fool's Day. I'm like, you just said you don't have themes, but April Fool's is a big show. It's like, you guys are fucking stupid.
At least your people, look, at least they get back to you when you have to email a nobody to get on a show. You know what I get? I get this now. So what do you want to plug, Bob? And I'm like, what does it matter? Nothing. You know what I mean?
Who's saying that to you? Who's saying that?
I've been trying to get on Kumia and in Hot Water, and I can't even get.
Well, who books it?
You can't get on in Hot Water?
The guy's a Jew too, and you figured he would listen to my last name and go, all right, I'll just give him a date.
Oh, Ari,
fucking open date.
That Ari guy?
Yeah, whatever. I said, just give me whatever is open. Give me. He goes,
I can't speak. I don't know for sure, but he's mentally challenged. So, I think you got to be patient with the guy.
It's been fucking 4 months. I fucking had my operation in November. I'm fucking guys making up. Let me go ask them. Let me go do this. Let me fucking, what are you going to plug? What size is your fucking shoe? Just fucking give me a date. I'm not fucking playing tag with some Jew on the fucking phone.
All right. Now we're talking.
Yeah. I'm not going to be, I I can't deal with that shit anymore. I'm gonna do my own shit. I'm not gonna fucking talk to your fucking milkman to get on a fucking show.
Just do what I do. Just show up.
That's how Kevin got booked, because he just showed up.
They won't book me either, but I just show up.
You just showed up that day?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's fucking great. I love that.
I mean, but you live farther than I do. But yeah, I just showed up. I took the train in. I just showed the fuck up.
I love it.
Because I know where the studio is, and I know it's basically not locked. And you know, so I just went in, and they wouldn't have booked me. That fucking Ari guy, he wouldn't have booked me. So you know, I know better.
It's just like, who are you asking? You got to ask if I can go on. I had a broken neck and I was killing on your fucking shows. And you're gonna fucking not want me now when my neck is back on my shoulders, you fucks.
Bob, you should start doing heroin and apply as co-host. Maybe you can get on then.
Yeah, I mean, I might do that for 3 months.
Did you see my video, Bob?
I love it. I fucking love it. I watched it.
No, not that. I made a video of Artie Lang.
Did you put it on social media yet?
No.
You got to put it on social media. Don't... Put it closer to your microphone.
Can't hear it.
I'll explain what's going on since you can't really hear. Kevin rode his bike to Artie Lang's house, went up to the door guy and asked if Artie Lang still lives here. And the guy's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, well, I don't know. And he goes, is he still a fat junkie, to the door guy?
Oh, man.
I know where Artie lives because I went to his house one time. He fucking treated me like shit, absolute shit. And so I ride my bike through Hoboken, you know, and I go out on my bike ride. And then today I was like, let me go see, you know, because actually tomorrow's Good Friday. Good Friday 4 years ago, he attacked me on Twitter. That was when he was like still alive and still present in the current world. So I'm like, let me go over and see how that fat junkie's doing. So yeah, I went in with my bike. I asked the guy, I go, does Artie Lang live here? And I didn't know what the guy was saying because he had a mask on, but I guess he was saying, who's asking? I thought he meant like who? So I said, Artie Lang. Is Artie Lang still live here? And then he said, who's asking? I said, I didn't say my name, but I said, he's still a fat junkie. And then the guy turns away. Chai, you think I can put that on Twitter?
Yeah. It's reality TV.
Oh, reality TV.
The guy probably called up to Artie and said the current affairs downstairs.
Yeah, you're like paparazzi. They do it all the time.
Then the doorman came out and asked me questions. I didn't have that on video, but he came out. He was like, why you tape me? Why you video me? I said, no, I just asked you a question. So whatever. I don't forget any of my enemies. I don't have enough time.
And I got an email from Tom saying I try to act like little Kevin. I go, no, we have different feuds. I hate Eddie Ifft. He likes him. I like Sam Morril. You hate him. This guy Tommy or whoever emailed me. Am I being Kevin? Know. What?
Yeah, he wants to know why. Yeah, we have totally different feuds.
Yeah, I like Sam Morril.
You don't even support half my feuds.
Yeah, the only one we agree on is Whitney Cummings. That's it.
And Brian McCarthy.
Yeah.
So, are we going to do the games or not? I didn't want to do the games.
I mean, we could wrap up with the games, but I have them in front of me.
What games?
The Elite Eight.
It's a sports bobcast. Sports bobcast. I think you should call it your bobcast.
A bobcast.
Yeah, instead of a podcast, call it the bobcast.
Shit, maybe I will. There you go.
Like the Bertcast.
The Bertcast.
That's another.
I was just shocked. I was shocked. I was really shocked. I was like, wow. I kept waiting because I mean, in the O and A days or even the O and J days, if they were talking about me and they playing that video, the video would have done crazy numbers. But the thing was like, I thought YouTube was broke. I thought the clip was taken down or it got flagged. Or YouTube was just, I was looking for news services. I'm like, did YouTube shut down? Because Jim and Sam are talking about my shit and nothing's happening.
It should have went like 350 right there. You should have seen it turn, because remember we used to be, when you're on the big shows and they plug it, right? I remember my website would just start spinning, and I would see 10,000 people checking out my website every fucking half hour. And this is without a plug. This is just me being on the show. And then when they plugged it after the show on the internet, it would be huge overnight through the next day. It's just amazing.
One episode I was on Opie and Jim, and I was saying, I told him how like me being on a show would always like crank up my Twitter numbers. And so as at the end of the show, Opie was like, let's get it to whatever the number was. Let's get it to 5,000. And then it was like watching a fucking Jerry Lewis telethon, the numbers going up and up and up. But it's like, I mean, you know, like Chad doesn't like Opie, but it's like, so what's going on? What's going on over there now that there's no juice? None. It's still, they have the same studio. And it's like, what the fuck's going on? Like, nothing. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit that, you know, people blame me like, you suck and we're not going to watch. Like, yeah, they'd watch it. But again, Sam and whoever the producer is, they took out all the juicy words. And then it just became like this vanilla little thing. And it didn't even seem funny. It just seemed like me bitching, you know, and that's what they wanted, because they want to seem like, Kevin, you could just come on. Yeah, obviously I could just come on, but is that fun? I go, can I come on? Or is Sam Morril there again? Or Mark Norman? Or Karen Horfans?
You should just call in randomly without it being unannounced.
They're not even in the studio, are they?
But they're taking phone calls. They got a producer.
I mean, it's just, I was like, I was stunned, because I'm like, well, Chad called me, he goes, yeah, they're talking about you on whatever. And I was like, well, at least my numbers will pop. And then they didn't. So I'm like, what are they doing? Like, what's their purpose?
The problem was when they all divided, the audiences went to separate camps. Like, people went over to Kumia. Some people went to Jim and Sam. Like 5 people went to Opie. So,
you're wrong. I think Opie's more popular. I think he's more popular than you think. I think he would, whatever. So, you know, you're wrong about Opie, Chad. Because like, why was the show so much more popular when, or like I said, my Twitter would go nuts when I was on. Now nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about Jim and Sam, because I think the fans are just, like I said, they're just lethargic. People just like, I listen to Jim and Sam. There's no passion when they listen to Jim and Sam. They used to be, the O&A fans used to be the most passionate fans out there. And now the Jim and Sam fans are just like, whatever, man, my life sucks.
I think you're saying, no, this is how it is. When radio was radio years back, maybe 15, 10 years ago, people, if you had 2 hours sleep, you would get up at 6 in the morning to listen to your show. That's what a fan was. I was a fan before being on Howard, and I would, no matter what, make the show and then go to sleep after. My life was around radio.
But now they have on demand, and there's so many fucking options. But also SiriusXM, they had a fucking bloodbath. They got rid of Jason Ellis. They got Covino and Rich, Nikki Glazer, Jenny McCarthy. So I'm assuming, and I'm just saying, I love Jim Norton. I like Sam. I don't know him very well. They're just playing it safe. They don't want to lose their fucking gig.
Yeah, but it's like playing it safe. Like when you're in a lead in a football game, what happens? You end up losing a game because you're playing defensively. So they, you know, the fact that they don't take any chances. I tweeted today. I go, they're a safe show. I said the clip that they played didn't represent what I was fucking saying. It was a comedy clip. It wasn't me just bitching. And their fans all suck anyway, because they're always like, Brennan just bitches. And then somebody sent me a DM like, you're one of the best guests they have. I'm like, I haven't been on in 2 years. They have Mark Norman talking about Patrice. Like they hung out a lot. It's fucking pathetic. That's what you do. That's what happens when you mail it in. That's what happens when you mail it the fuck in. After a while, everyone mails it in. The listeners are mailing it in. No one really gives a fuck.
I'm mailing it in. I'm looking at my phone.
My fans, I don't have as many fans probably as them, but my fans are way more passionate than their fucking fans. They tweeted today, Jim and Sam, that their Twitter thing. Oh, we got Nate Bargatze. So I tweeted, Oh, this should be edgy. And that got more likes than the tweet about Nate Bargatze. So it's like nobody gives a shit about their fucking show. And they'll say, oh, well, because they always have an excuse. It's like Brian McCarthy and Eddie Ifft. No, because what happened was nothing. You guys talked about the fucking my show, the YouTube, and nothing. It gets nothing. There's no bounce. You get no bounce from that fucking show. So no, I'm not gonna be on the show. I'm not gonna fucking go, hey, you guys. And they're like, and then they text me during the show. You want to come on? Is that how you book the show? That's how you book Karen OnlyFans? You call her during the taping, and you go, hey, Karen, we're on the air. Can you call in? Are you? Is your asshole clean?
What if this
that's how you book Sam Morrell? You call him the day of St. Patrick's Day. Sam, we're on the air. Can you call in?
What if this gets back to Karen Freehan?
Oh,
I'm
you
just
might not do my show. I'll have to get some other whore. There's plenty of whores in the sea.
I got an exclusive update from the amazing Vito because I asked him to be on this show with us. Apparently, I didn't know this. Canada's they're going into lockdown, so they're going to be locked down all over again. The whole fucking country. I guess I just found out myself. I'm reading it as we speak, and he's in Ontario and he has to go to Toronto, so they're headed to a lockdown. So they're getting prepared. Canada, they're not going to be able to go out
again.
I swear to God, yeah.
Everywhere it's going to happen. It's France's too. France, it happened to today too. They're going lockdown again.
They keep doing it. I mean, they're just repeating the same bullshit. Nothing's happening.
What do you mean nothing's happening?
Like you keep doing the same lockdown for 28 days and you're just repeating.
500,000 people are dead.
Good.
I mean, allegedly.
They would have been dead anyway. They're fucking old. They're fat. They're disgusting.
If they got pneumonia, they would have died.
Nobody that died, nobody in the world wanted to see their asshole because they were so fucking fat and disgusting. That's why they died, because they were animals, okay? They only people that complain about the mask are people that are fucking 300 pounds with a mask on, worrying about their health. It's not fucking normal people. I go out, nothing happens to fucking me. I fucking eat a fucking porn star's ass or a stripper's ass, truthfully. And I'm not going to worry about catching anything because I have enough liquor in me and fucking drugs over the years to kill all that.
Ontario declared a 4-week state emergency lockdown after hitting a record number of COVID-19 patients that are in intensive care.
When? Today? When's the lockdown start?
Today. Beginning April 3rd.
April 3rd.
Yeah. Supermarkets and pharmacies will operate at 50% capacity. Other retailers will be at 25%. So that's an exclusive, guys. That's why you sign up.
So you asked Vito to be on the show?
Yeah, because I wanted to fuck with him some more. I thought it'd be fun. People seem to like it. I knew Levy would fuck with him too. So that would be a good time.
He's just a slow talker. But all of Canada's like that. They all react very slow.
So what show does he book? Basically, it's every booker that fucking books somebody's show you got to talk to, and they're like, oh, let me see. I'll see if I can get you on. They're fucking, I can't deal with this shit.
He books Bennington.
Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on in this fucking business anymore.
What do you guys think of the Deshaun Watson situation? Am I allowed to talk football on the football podcast?
Yeah.
There are already 21 victims or people pushing lawsuits there.
What did he do? I missed that.
It's all over the place, Bob Lee. Well, you know what? The media is doing a shit job of covering it. You got to look for it. Basically, he was getting these fucking massages and sexually harassing these people, so they're all filing lawsuits against him. And he's with.
But that's what you do when you go there. What the fuck? I mean, it's just because people know him.
Yeah, but I think something's up with that because he said he didn't want to play for the Texans anymore. So I'm a little bit conspiracy. I'm a little bit Tim Dillon on this one. Where I think
our numbers are going to go up. Keep talking.
Think something's going on. I'm trying to get on Joe Rogan's show with my conspiracy. But I think what happened is they don't like because he's an uppity basketballer. And so they're like, this basketballer needs to know who's in charge. And that's the white owner. And he's so what they did was maybe there was some of them, but then once there's 3, then they just pile on. No one even really listens to him anymore. It just goes like with Cuomo, just another one. And before you know it, there's 20. And now no other team will sign him, and he'll be stuck with the Texans. Rack me. That's what's happening, because they didn't like same thing I'm doing with Jim and Sam. Like the fact that I'm giving Jim and Sam shit, like they'll try to get even with me somehow. They'll try to get me doxxed or something. But that's what happens when you don't know your place. Deshaun Watson didn't want to play for the Texans anymore because the owner was racist.
Allegedly.
He didn't like management. So he's like, get me out of here. And they're like, well, yeah, we're going to get you out of here. We're going to send you to jail.
How about that for a transfer?
Yeah. How about that? You think you're going to enjoy jail more than you're going to enjoy playing for the Texans? No, there's no per diem in a jail.
He can do another Longest Yard movie.
Another Longest Yard.
Hey, do you think that Kevin Durant, Michael Rappaport thing's real?
Yeah, but what happened with Michael Rappaport and Barstool?
Basically, what happened, from what I understand, Barstool Sports signed Michael Rappaport, and he was like shitting on the company, and he was shitting on like Dave Portnoy, the fans, and everything, because he talks shit.
Yeah, I don't like that kind of talk.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
I think you should be a team player, like I was at Compound Media.
So basically, Dave Portnoy got rid of him, and then immediately started selling a shirt of Michael Rappaport's face as a clown with alleging that he had herpes on his lip.
Right.
So Michael Rappaport sued him for defamation, and recently he lost.
Yeah, the judge threw it out.
It's true. But then he had these fucking he was tweeting with Kevin Durant, and he released the DMs the day of the verdict. So do you think he did that as a distraction from the case?
Probably, because that's not even in the news. Like his because I was actually looking, I Googled Michael Rappaport yesterday, and that didn't even come up. I knew it happened, but I was curious, like it didn't come up at all, the fact that the court case. So yeah, I think it had something to do, and it was all about the Kevin Durant stuff.
Now, does
Kevin Durant stupid because he's already gotten into trouble with this shit, with social media stuff. So just, and why you fuck with Michael Rappaport? He's a nothing. He's like a D-list actor. He would do Eddie Ifft show. That's how bad he is.
Ooh, that's not good. That's not good at all.
I mean, he might do Jim and Sam.
He has done Jim and Sam, Michael
That's
Rappaport.
how available he is. He might do Jim and Sam.
He has done Jim and Sam before.
He would have to call them, of course, and ask them, hey, this is Michael Rappaport. Can I do your show? Oh, you got Sam Morril again? Rats. Sam Morril, he's a live wire, that's Sam Morril. Early in the morning, that's like what I like to hear, a fucking guy droning on and on about how he can't get into a decent hotel. I'm at the La Quinta Inn. They're at a waffle mix. What? I hate when I gotta do radio. I gotta get up early.
Hey, here's Sam Roberts introing him.
Michael Rappaport, you're a perfect person to ask about this. We're just talking about Serena.
Yes.
And everything going on with Serena. Did you see the cartoon?
There's this Australian newspaper. Yes.
Do you see I see the racialness of it. Jim disagrees with me in it. What do you see?
I mean, I see the racialness of it. I see the racialness.
See, he got on.
It's not even a word. Racialness is not even a word. Racialness. His wife is of color. He has a wife now that's of color. So I don't know where that's going. But I'm gonna DM them as Michael Rappaport and see if I can get on that fucking show.
Michael Rappaport's moving out of LA. He's moving back to New York, so you're probably gonna see him at the clubs.
Oh, that'd be great. I know he's tight with Neil, so that's going to be good. I can't wait for, but the club's open tomorrow, right? I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Artie Fuqua was giving all his spot times out on his Instagram page. It's like the same. It's like Nothing's changed. He's emceeing like 8 shows. It's like nothing happened. Hey, let's just go back to the fucking assembly line. Hey, everybody, bring this. How about a hand?
Isn't already a multi-millionaire? Why is he
Who
still doing
pays
spots?
me? Who pays me? Is that the same people pay me? Huh?
Isn't he a multi-millionaire? Why is he still doing spots?
What else has he got to do? And I don't think he's a multi-millionaire. You know the way the basketballers spend their money.
Comment, Bob?
I don't know any about it. I don't know him. I don't know. A millionaire? I mean, it's definitely
He was in Tracy Morgan's car.
He got hit by the Walmart truck.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, if you can't, I'm glad I got into an accident at this point. I'll tell you that. I'm very fucking happy. I wish a Walmart truck hit me, but fucking, I'm very happy with what I got hit with. So, I mean,
He got hit with a Kmart truck, so he's not gonna get as big a windfall.
Hey, fucking enough. I got.
In fact, Kmart's doing so bad, he's gonna have to pay them.
and
Hey, it's good natured ribbing, Jim and Sam. Oh, we do jokes too.
We're a comedy podcast.
Hey, Bobby Kelly, look, we made a funny. Oh, we're good. We're good eggs. And we're doing this good natured ribbing. Fucking hacks. Oh, they're not gonna let me on. Good, my numbers will go up. I go on your show, my numbers go down, you bitches.
Did you think he lost views?
My number stayed at 5,000 all fucking day. I was like, I really thought YouTube was broke. I'm like, there's no way. I'm on there. Jim and Sam is talking about it, and their numbers are staying flat all day. That made me sick to my stomach. I couldn't even go to sleep. All right, it's like, what's wrong? I said, Jim and Sam is like a skeleton of what it used to be. It's like there's nothing. You get negative promotion there.
Where did how did Sam get with Jim? Like, I don't know.
Sam's a snake.
Yeah, but is he like radio?
Sam stabbed Opie in the back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know the details.
According to the documentary, Sam is an intern. According to the documentary that the Great Porcelain made about Sam, I think that's maybe why they don't want me on, because they don't want to talk about their own documentaries. But yeah, Sam was an intern. Sam was a fucking intern on O&A, and then then Opie gave him a show at night on the Opie channel, and then Sam, whatever, and then they conspired to fuck over Opie. I mean, it's not that clean cut, but that's basically one of the versions. You got to ask Tim Dillon to really, because Tim Dillon gets to the bottom of everything. You want to know what's going on in government, sports, radio. Tim Dillon's the guy to go to. He knows all the behind the scenes stuff.
The video you posted of you being discussing with Jim and Sam is at 6.6 thousand views right now.
The one I put up, one Adam put up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going up. It's going up more today than it did yesterday. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that's when I was like, I don't even care what happens with Jim and Sam, because they can't hurt me. They can't help me. So how can if they can't help me, they can't hurt me. So now I can do whatever the fuck I want. I might punch Norton in the face.
Jesus. He's your friend, man.
What is he going to do? Not have me on?
Come on, man.
It's embarrassing. And then they act like they're too cool for school. I don't even know who the guests are. And then Norton's like, he asked one of the guys on the show, do I ever know who's the next day's guest? Nope. Is that good? Opie knew who the fucking next guest was. Opie was like a fucking chef putting little ingredients together where they're like, hey, let's all get Hot Pockets.
That's what they say.
Yeah, they're all just like, whatever's in the fridge. That's what we don't know what's going on. Roland books it. We don't care. We don't care who they give us. Take Sam Morrell on St. Patrick's Day. Take Jim Gaffigan on Martin Luther King birthday. We don't care. Let's have Mark Norman talk about Patrice, because they were pals. They did a lot of gigs together. It's shameful. Now my daughter's gonna get mad at me again for yelling.
You want to fly through the Elite Eight, or you don't feel like doing it?
It's Final Four.
or Final Four.
Yeah, do the Final Four. I just don't want to say anything racist because I want this. I want to put this up on YouTube. So I don't have to take anything out because Chad gets very mad about taking stuff out.
I don't give a fuck. I just don't want. I don't.
No, you don't have to take it out anyway. Adam would have to take it out if he puts that on my thing.
I'll send him the link and he can figure out what to do with it. Because I don't have it.
He already has the link because whatever.
Shout out Roy Williams announces his retirement after 33 years, by the way.
Thank God.
Shut up. All right, what do we got? I'm trying to pull up.
He hasn't won in years, right? When's the last time he won?
I think when he was assistant coach when Jordan was playing.
No, he won. No, when was the last time he won in North Carolina?
Man, I don't know.
It hasn't been that long ago. It's probably within 5 years. Anyway, I'll look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Take a look, would you?
I'm not going to look it up now because that's unprofessional. That's not what I remember. I did. I remember I did. Opie. That's why I knew. That's why I knew everybody sucked. I was doing Opie when Opie and Jim split up, and Opie was in the afternoon. It was like Opie's second show or whatever in the afternoon. Me and Judy Gold doing the show, and Judy Gold. During the show. Judy Gold's looking at her phone. During the show. I go, what are you looking at? She goes, I'm looking to see what they're saying about the show. I go, we're doing the show. Why don't you wait till at least a break? Like, why don't you be present with what you're fucking doing? No wonder you're a fucking failure, even though you're Jewish and you're 6'4" lesbian. She should be as big as Serena Williams.
By the way,
everything working for her. She's a lesbian. She's Jewish. Lives in New York. Annoying. They almost always make it. And she I'm looking at my phone to see what they're saying. Who cares what they're saying? And let's focus.
By the way, you praising Opie, I remember that show. He never had you on again. So he threw you under the bus.
Opie had me on again.
No, it was the last time you were on. King Opie never had you back on.
That's a lie.
He said I remember because he said it was too much yelling. He didn't want to
he said it was a little yelly, and then I punched back at him on Twitter. Now the best Opie was when I think it was a little bit after that, and I was in town like on Thursday or Friday, and I had to meet my friend at 6:30, so I had to kill some time. Like, I'll do Opie's show. I know he's doing it 4 to 6 or whatever. So he wouldn't answer my he wouldn't respond to my text, or whoever was in charge wouldn't respond to me. So I just went to Sirius. And I texted him. I said, I'm downstairs. And then I called the hotline. I go, hey, can you guys let me up? Because I'm downstairs. That way they couldn't really deny me. So Opie, I went upstairs. He goes, you're really just downstairs? I go, yeah, I had some time to kill. So I figure I shame you guys into putting me on. Now that's begging. I'm not going to do that with fucking Jim and Sam. Plus it's too early. I'm not going to and plus we're not even in the studio, but I'm not going to do it in the morning. But if it's an afternoon show, I'll fucking do that. I did it for In Hot Water and Kumia, because I wouldn't do it for an early morning show, but I do it for an afternoon show.
You remember we almost did it with Bennington. I was going on Bennington. You came with me, and I couldn't get you in, so you left.
Yeah, but I didn't want to do Bennington.
And they said we would have had him in. They said we would have had him in. We were just trying to get you. Just didn't feel like waiting.
Yeah, I don't know Bennington like that. I know Opie better, and I know fucking Kumia and Aaron Berg. So it's not cool to like do that unless you know them, because then they're like, what the fuck is he doing? Opie thought it was funny that I was there, and fucking In Hot Water, those guys thought it was funny too. But I can't do it. Bennington's not going to think it's funny. He's going to think it's weird. It's going to be like, what's Brennan doing here? Is that how he always gets on shows? Yeah, I'm a loser. Only way I can get booked is if I just show up. It's like I used to have this girlfriend, and she wanted to break up with me. Can you believe it? She wanted to break up with me, so I would never call her to say I'm going to come over. I would just show up at her house. And her family would be like, he's here.
Oh.
And then she's like, you got to call first. Like, I didn't today. And here I am. If I call, you're going to be like, don't show up. But if I just show up and knock on the door, I know where you live. I know where Compound Media is. I know where fucking Sirius Satellite Radio. But that was funny where Opie's just like, They put me through. I go, yeah, Opie, can I come up? He goes, where? I go, I'm downstairs. I got to use the bath. I told him I had to use the bathroom.
That's right.
Plus, in New York, it's a legitimate excuse.
Yeah.
Because nobody will let you use their bathroom. So I'm like, can I come up and use the bathroom at least? He goes, yeah, come up. And that was a funny show. Jerry Cooney was on and Jerry Cooney punched me. Opie was good. I don't give a shit. I know everybody hates him but I don't think as many people hate him as you think. But when I saw what happened to my fucking YouTube video after Jim and Sam were talking about it yesterday, I was embarrassed for them. And then after talking about how nobody knows whose books it and nobody cares, and we'll just have Sam Morrell or Karen Slutface. We don't care. We don't care. We're mailing it in. We don't care who the guests are. We don't care. Yeah, obviously, nobody cares. The fans don't care. Nobody cares. Good luck. Good luck getting unemployment, Sam, the last broadcaster, Roberts.
Tuesday, April 3rd, we have number 1 Gonzaga going against number 11 UCLA. Who do you got, Kevin?
What's the point spread? Like 8?
I don't know the point spread. I'm not on that. That's
It's
why we
gotta
need
be more than that.
We need Ken Mosca here. I'm not.
All right, I'm gonna take. I know. I don't think UCLA. I love to see UCLA win. I might bet UCLA with a spread or with the money line, but if we're just picking a team, I'm gonna take Gonzaga because I think Gonzaga is really good this year, and this guy's been building up to it. Gonzaga coach reminds me of me. Steady. You just keep building solid brand, and before you know it, you're the best.
Solid, persistent, and consistent.
I know. I don't just. Who's my guest today? I don't know. I don't care. I fucking care.
Yeah.
Why did I have Bob Levy on today? Because I knew he had a lot of shit to say. We usually do the show on Friday. I said, let's do it today because I know Chad was all pumped up about the Eddie Ifft. We could have waited till tomorrow or maybe Saturday, have a boring show, have a nice cup of tea show. Would you like a cup of tea? Let's have some tea and then have a chat.
Let's be.
I don't like those kind of shows. I am the Gonzaga of podcasting, or as Bob calls it, Bobcasting.
Exactly.
So I'm a steady. I'd like to see Gonzaga win. They're a small school. The guy's he's had good teams for 10, 15 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Let him win. Fuck the big schools. The big schools suck anyway.
Bob, who do you got?
They're going to win by 15.
Gonzaga?
It's gonna be a blowout. Gonzaga, yeah.
All right. Well, that leads us to the other bracket. We got the number 1 Baylor going against number 2 Houston. That's going to be a good one. I'm going to go with Houston on that. Kevin?
Those are 2 Texas teams. Wow, that's going to be crazy.
And it's open. They got fans in the stadium.
No, it's not. This is still in the bubble.
Just kidding.
But Texas is open. Texas, they're having I don't know if it's opening night tonight, but at the Texas Rangers, they're 100% capacity.
Jeez.
They're just like, hey man, we're gonna give you a gun and then you can watch the game and you work it out. You guys work it out. If you want social distancing, just shoot your neighbor.
It would be
whoever's in the seat next to you, you shoot them. That's how we're all cowboys. Bam, 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 bam. 100% capacity at a fucking. Luckily, the Rangers haven't really drawn fans since they've been there, so there's no way it'll be 100% capacity. So, but that's what they want. They're saying 100% capacity. So
that's a huge middle finger to Ontario right now.
I don't know if I should do Baylor or Houston. I don't like either one. But I'm going to go with Baylor because I think they're good.
Who do you got, Bob Levy?
Houston +7. They're going to win by 7.
Yeah, you don't have to pick how much.
Oh, I do. I fucking know everything. I'm fucking psychic, motherfucker, or a psycho, one or the other. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Psycho. I'm psycho. I know what's happening in the yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. This is the best sports podcast out there right now.
It is.
It's called passion. It's all you need is passion, and you can have a good podcast. If you're just mailing it in, nobody cares. You don't care. People listening don't care.
And if you care, leave a
You know, should do a
5-star review.
podcast, Eddie Ifft and Brian McCarthy. What a lie fest that would be. How great they're both doing. That'd be fucking awesome.
Dude, I was so pissed hearing Eddie on. I go, you're a fucking phony, man. It really pissed me off.
Wow.
He's so full of shit. And I just like,
He'll say anything to anybody. He's like a Artie Lang kind of a liar kind of a guy. You know, Eddie Ifft's like kind of guy who almost did drugs his whole life. Probably never did, but he has that same personality where like, I'll tell anything to anybody.
and he would do things like this. Like I remember, I forgot where we were, Pittsburgh.
And I'm a
Improv.
dick for having Eddie on my show yesterday and shitting on him when the body's still warm. Like he was on my show yesterday and I'm shitting on him today. So good for me.
Exactly.
I remember I did this fucking joke about who was the guy who ate people, the serial killer.
Jeffrey
Dahmer.
Dahmer.
I had a Jeffrey Dahmer joke, and it's a clever joke. It always gets an applause break. And I get off stage, he's like, "Really, a Jeffrey Dahmer joke? Really?" And he was like disgusted with me. I go, "It fucking got an applause break." And then you always say things like,
You know who else does? Yeah, because he's insecure. You know who else does that? Jeff Ross used to do that. He used to be like, "Oh, really?" And now he's going to go to jail.
Oh yeah. How old was that girl?
12.
Wow. That's fucking hot.
I like how Kevin keeps jacking down the age.
Well, he's denying the whole thing, so whatever. You can just
Well, you
say whatever
have
you
to.
want. Since he said it never happened. So what's the difference?
Bob, would you be mad if Jeff Ross went to jail?
I wouldn't be upset. It wouldn't change my fucking day, truthfully. I mean,
I tell you, if he did a roast battle in jail, I would watch that.
It's not a bad idea.
I would love to see him get roasted or roast people in jail. In
Or
the
just
penitentiary.
or raped at the end of the show.
Or
That would
raped.
be- Yeah.
Rape battle.
Rape
Yeah.
battle. Who's gonna hurt the guy's asshole the worst? Ow!
Get a tow truck for that one.
Well, they're doing a top like 100 roast jokes of all time. He's nowhere to be seen in it.
Did he mention at all? Did he? I got to look up his Twitter to see if he tweeted about it. If he didn't tweet about it, he's definitely not in it.
Well, I saw the trailer, and it's hosted by Nikki Glazer, who doesn't write any of her roast jokes. But
She's been, at least she's like, not, and they want to get a woman, but she's been in enough roast that she's like something. She's probably been in more roast than any other woman.
But
none of them write their own. None of them write their own. So don't say, he doesn't. None of them do.
But every clip of every joke, it's either a woman, a black guy, a black woman. There's not one white dude telling a joke. I go, what the fuck is going on? Watch the trailer yourself.
I will.
Yeah.
Free
They're not
plug.
gonna
Free
they're not
plug.
gonna- Yeah, but they're not going to have him on the show because of the fact, or hosting it because of the fucking charges against him. Everybody folds right away. They go, "Oh, we can't. We're going to get in trouble."
Yeah, but
Even
this
though-
time I agree with them. This time I'm solidly with cancel culture. Cancel that motherfucker. Kill him.
Who would have thought it would be a 12-year-old that took fucking your fucking
She was 11. She was 11.
11. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was 11 when they met.
So
He waited till she was 12.
hey, on Monday's Misery Loves Company, I got a story that I've been keeping. I haven't told anybody. This is a tease. I'll tell it on Monday, but it's a story nobody knows about. And it happened, and it was going on this whole time. So go sign up to Kevin's Patreon. And
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
What's happening
Give
this
us
whole time.
it had something with a big opportunity that I can't.
You're talking about my prostate cancer?
Oh, fuck. Never mind. Cat's out of the bag.
Oh, God damn it.
I had a huge thing that
Wouldn't that
I
be funny if Chad knew this whole time and didn't tell me just for the gag? Somehow he knew he was psycho and he knew I had fucking prostate cancer. Somehow he found out first and he wouldn't tell me because he wanted to wait for the Monday's Patreon.
If you did get cancer, would you tell people right away, or would you just keep doing shows?
Listen, I've had a good month, so but before this, I actually wanted to have cancer and I wouldn't even have taken chemo. I'm like, just end this shit. Like when it was cold and I couldn't exercise, I couldn't go outside, and the fucking pandemic, I was like, just kill me. But now I would take chemo because I want to see Jeff Ross go to jail.
But you can't say shit to people and let them know you have cancer because they'd like that you have cancer. So don't give them any joy. Fucking keep it with you until you
That's true.
fucking rot.
That's true.
You know?
You did have an amazing month. Let's recap in March what happened to Kevin Brennan. Dave Landau got fired. His album
On March 1st. Was it on March 1st or March 2nd? I think he quit on March 2nd. It was a Monday.
Kevin's album was a Sirius XM exclusive that got major play.
Yeah.
He got a documentary made on him. What else happened to you, Kevin?
My wife had anal sex with me.
Really?
That's
number one.
That's number one.
I don't know if it was my wife. I don't know if it was my wife, but it was somebody in my bed. Ah,
It might have been Tia.
Jim and Sam. No, I just I don't want to die now because it's like let's see what happens.
Hey, Monday, do you want to do a show like Jim and Sam? I'll get a bunch of topics and we'll just like be really boring and talk about it.
Yeah, we'll do hot topics.
Hot topics.
No, they do current events and they talk about it, but it's like
They don't call it hot topics, but that would be fucking horrible.
But what if I prepped a show like that and we just do a really boring show? That'd be funny.
See, that's what I mean. You know, that's what all shows have been forever. You know, really. I mean, they got it from Howard Stern, but Howard Stern waited till the end of the show, and then he talked about the news, and then fucking they, you know, whatever. E-Rock said I should have done more prep for my show at Compound Media. It's like I say, okay, everyone does that show. Everyone talks about the news or they get a funny story. It's like it's played out.
It's easy. It's easy.
You know?
It's walking easy. It's just like you just go in there and fucking talk. Whatever's on your whatever's on your mind that day, fucking let it go. And that's what brings good radio. I don't give a shit. That's why everyone else is making it easier for podcasts to fucking just jump by them. And, you know, I'm looking for goals by the end of the year where I want to be and expect to be. Otherwise, I fucking suck at it if I can't top all these motherfuckers out there.
Rack 'em.
Amen.
Huh?
Rack Bob Levy.
I chat. So let's go to the final game, even though we don't know. You have to pick who's going to win the whole thing.
I said it from day one. Gonzaga's going to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll go that route too. I'll go Gonzaga. I'm picking Gonzaga. Then I'm picking Baylor, and then I'm picking Gonzaga in the big game.
Gonzaga. All right. Yep.
Yeah, they're definitely doing it.
You know who's been texting me all week about picks? It was Jeff Dye. He's really into it. He's like, "Did I win that one?"
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he's really interested. Like, what's going on?
We should probably maybe do another one with him in Moscow. That guy was a fucking ridiculous. Jesus Christ. He knew everybody. He was like handsome Neil. You know what I mean? He's like, he knew everybody, but he was good looking.
And he's a nice guy. Like, unlike Neil.
I don't know if he's a nice guy.
He
comes off as a nice guy. A lot of guys come off as a nice guy. Jeff Ross, for instance. I mean,
he'll just call you like randomly, like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "Nothing." I go, "What's up?" He goes, "Just see what you're up to." I'm like,
that's what they said. He called you?
Huh?
He called you?
Yeah, he'll call me like, just like, "What are you doing?" Or just he goes,
call you to chat.
Yeah, just chat. I'm
that's
like,
annoying. That's fucking annoying. That's somebody right there. I don't fucking like him. People call me and they go, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "You fucking called me. What am I doing? I don't have a story for you."
But it's a comic. Like, what do you need? What do you want?
Yeah.
So I think it's good.
Yeah, he's probably a good guy.
Yeah. You know who went to Gonzaga? Name the NBA player that went to Gonzaga. Hall of Famer.
There's only one. Oh, whatchamacallit?
Black guy.
No.
Wow.
He's in the league. He's not in the league now, right? If he's in the Hall of Fame.
He's one of the top 50 greatest NBA players of all time.
I don't know. I didn't know there was a top 50 that went to Gonzaga. I think you're wrong.
They paired him up.
Somebody on Chicago on the Bulls.
They paired him up with he had a partner who was African American. They called him.
Oh, I know, Stockton.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You're like my wife when we play Jeopardy. When somebody gets it right, she goes, "I knew." Yep. Because I said Stockton, you go, "That's what I was thinking, Stockton." But I didn't say it because I wanted you to get the right answer so you could have confidence.
That's what I need.
Speaking of nice guys, when I worked at the Norm show, I wrote a joke for Norm because when Mike Brown became the coach of the Lakers?
Yeah, because he was the Cavs coach when we fired him.
Yeah, so he became the coach of the Lakers, and he said he met with Kobe, and he said Kobe seemed like they had a good meeting. Kobe seemed like a real nice guy. And I said, the joke was, yeah, that's what the lady who worked at the hotel in Denver thought the first time she met Kobe.
Rest in
That's
peace.
what-
Something along those lines. And Norm, they went for it and got a gigantic laugh. And I was like, that's the best feeling when you write a joke for somebody on a show and it gets a big laugh. You're like, you just want to jump up and down, but you can't because he's still doing the rest of the jokes. But you just want to go like, I point at myself sometimes. If I'm with the other writers, I'll go like this.
I got a story. This is a joke that I told, and it's a true story. When I was on the radio in Cleveland, Bob Levy, you did my show in Cleveland. You remember you were with fucking Mick Foley. You came in.
Oh yes, I do remember that now. Yes, totally.
So Shaq came in because he was playing with the Cavs one day, and before he came in, he was sitting at my desk checking his email, and I go, "That's fucking weird," because big ass Shaq. He does the show, he leaves, and I go to log on. Shaq has a Yahoo account. It's still in my computer, it's like Shaq something 37 whatever Yahoo.com. So what I tried to do every single day was guess his password. I put in like Shaq Fu, Shaqlicious, and the punchline was Kobe's a rapist. I don't know what he would put in.
Wait, did you look into his emails before you signed off, or?
No, he signed off, but it stored the name. So every day I try to guess his password, try to get into Shaq's email.
My first guess would have been huge cock 67. He's got to have a gigantic. He wears like a 21 shoe. He's got to have like one of the biggest cocks of all time.
But if he
and
would
his wife was little. She was like 5 foot or something. That must have been crazy in the bedroom. But let's end the show because I don't want to think about black people having sex.
No, but you can fit a lot of big cock in a fucking vagina. That's bullshit. Like, it's gonna hurt. They all say it's gonna hurt, and then they fucking turn around and say stick it in my ass. So there's no way that an asshole and a fucking vagina can fill yards of cock. You know what I mean? You can just keep putting it in, roping it in there. And we gotta
end the show. We gotta end the show with some Bob talk about sex.
Yeah, it's all about sex. Look, let me tell you something. My wife pissed me off.
This is the blue cheese in the asshole moment. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is his closer.
No, she pissed me off the last 2 days, really fucking bad. So,
my
plan tonight, I'm gonna go take a shower, right? And she's gonna know something's up because that's how I am. I want my fucking my meat clean before I fucking eat it. And she's getting it in the ass tonight. And I am going to go then I'm just going to I'm just going to smack her real hard in the ass and go, don't you ever fucking talk back to me again. And I'm going to go deep. And I'm going to set an example tonight for all you women that want to fucking say stupid shit because that's all your brain can do is fucking just feed all this fucking nonsense venom that you think is going on in life. So you're going to pay, and you're going to pay with your asshole. And it's going to be my time tonight.
Rack 'em.
That's a beautiful sentiment. Before we hang up, a great sports story just came on my phone. Yankees blow late chances in extra inning opening day loss. That's a beautiful story because Lenny's going to be sad, and Leslie Jones is going to be sad, and it always makes me happy when the Yankees lose. God bless America, everybody.
Hey,
thank you.
Before we sign off, plug Eddie Ift's thing again because I do like his family. His wife's a very nice lady and he has 2 kids. He's a piece of shit, but pick up his album so he's fucking nice.
Sweet
family.
Home Malabama.
It's on Amazon.
Go to my YouTube, go to my Twitter. My YouTube link is at youtube.com/MLC podcast. It's on fire, and don't put it out. If you go there, if it's on fire, don't put it out.
Levy, where could people listen to your new podcast, Levy Land?
Go to syndicateradio.tv, and if I'm still on Twitter for now, Levy_sir until they realize it's me.
And if you want to skip, if you're bored by Bob's show, just go to the end. The music and the stuff at the end, the music and whatever. I don't know what it is. I don't know if the graphics. It was very entertaining. I was like, this is the best part of the show. This fucking great song.
It's very hip.
No, I watched the whole episode because it was Chrissy Mayer, and I was like, she was doing a lot of shit talking. So I was like, then I was like, you guys say goodbye. There's 3 minutes left or 4 minutes left. I go, what the fuck is? Maybe they have like some some
Yeah.
some uncut or
When she was shit talking, was Frank handing her jokes
yeah.
and
No,
notes?
but what do you call when they do a movie and they have stuff that was cut out of the movie?
Bloopers.
Yeah, bloopers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought they had like bloopers from the podcast because they had 3 or 4 minutes left on the thing on the timer.
That was
So I'm sitting there. I was like, it was all this music. I was like, I started singing to it. I was like, this is fucking fantastic.
Were you waiting for Burt Reynolds to slap down DeLuise in the face and laugh?
I was.
We
All
had
right,
plenty of
Bob.
that.
Thank you.
Thanks,
you,
Bob
guys.
Levy, the Reverend Bob Levy. That was it. Leave a 5-star review and sign up to the Patreon. Rack 'em.